Yeah, there's 5 cases in this game, so it's time. Don't worry, Mr. Edgeworth. I'll be following your every move with my binoculars. Good to hear. And make sure you don't lose sight of me. I'm counting on you for backup. You can count on me, sir. I have to go. The kidnapper is supposed to contact me soon. Who would have thought that upon my return, I'd be thrust into a kidnapping case? That would be the one who would have to make the ransom drop-off. Keep me in touch? I got you. Let's see. I checked that the money is all there, safe inside this suitcase. Oh, he's using this suitcase. Now all I have to do is wait further instruction from the kidnapper, which I'm expecting to be transferred to my cell phone. I wonder who else is around. This is the meeting place after all. Man, get that thing out of my face. Welcome to Gatewater Land. Oh, thank you. And a big hello to you. I'm Proto Badger. Nice to meet you. Oh, hell no. Excuse me, but were you perhaps thinking of taking a picture of me? A picture? Of you? Sorry, but I'm not interested. Oh, that's too bad. Well, have a good day. Please get out of my face. Hello? Who are you? You're not Ernest Amano. Sounds like the kidnapper is using some sort of voice alteration device. I'm his representative, Miles Edgeworth. Are you a cop? No, I'm a prosecutor. I know what you're wondering, and yes, I have brought the ransom money with me. I see. In that case, bring the money with you to the stadium. So this person intends to see if I'm being followed, huh? Please, Detective Gumshoe, I really need you to come through for me this one time. Aw. I believe in Gumshoe, bruh. Motherfucking Gaviners. Battle of Magicians. Max Galactica versus Troop Gamare. Oh my god, bro. They're all blending into one, bro. And this was before we knew who Troop Gamare was. Was this when they were all still like a big... This was still Max Galactica was a... No. Oh, because... And then we didn't... This was before we knew who Gavin was. Edgeworth speaking. Next, come to the haunted house. Just how long do you tend to have me wander around for? Depending on Gumshoe's ever the right move. I trust in Gumshoe. I trust. That's for me to decide. You don't have much of a choice here, my friend. I suppose not. Good old Troop... I highly doubt we'll see, like, Clavier or any of the Troop Gamari people, but... That's cool. It's a cool little Easter egg. I've arrived. Go inside. Tuh. It's the haunted mirrors, bruh. Yo, not this whack-ass blue badger, bruh. You bought a suitcase? No, she gave it to us for free. And it's filled with ransom money. Because I guess someone got kidnapped and we're the representation for it. That's it. Go through those doors. Oh boy. Am I being watched from somewhere? Leave the money and go, now. I was hoping for exchange, but maybe I should do as they say for now and not push it. Couldn't catch even a glimpse of the kidnapper. Perhaps I should keep an eye on this haunted house until police backup arrives. That motherfucker better get up, bro. Oh my god. Edgeworth, turn around! Turn around! Oh my god! Tackle him, Gumshoe! It was a trap. That guy. Betrayed. No, can't be. Then the deal. Who is that? What are they talking about? Split. Police. Alright. In front of me up. Can't move my body. Daniel Bryan, gotcha. I fear I may faint again. Yo, bro. So far, Edgeworth's gotten beaten up, bro. In this entire, like, 3 cases, bro. The first case, he was accused of murder. Second one, he was accused of murder. Third one, he got beat over the head by a blue badger. Where am I? How long was I out? Brian Danielson. How long was I out? It wasn't raining like it's now when I made the drop-off. This was supposed to be a simple affair. So why have I been taken hostage as well? I can only assume Detective Gumshoe lost sight of me at some point. The only reason I agreed to be a drop-off man was because of that cell phone. That phone call. It was from Mr. Ernest Amano. Ew, why is his ears like that? That's nasty. The director of the powerful Zaibatsu, the Amano group. But aside from that, I also owe him a great debt of gratitude. His only son, Lance, had been kidnapped. I know that Lance is already in his 20s. But I guess some things you never grow out of. Ernest Amano. Ernest man? It's gotta be something like that. Moneybag earlobes. That's disgusting. That's nasty. I can't sit around waiting for someone to come help me. I must escape somehow. I love his facial expressions, bro. Was that you making that funny sound? Who's there? How dare you laugh at a gentleman's plight? Oh, it's her. I've seen her. I don't remember her name, but I've seen her. Who are you? Are you one of the kidnappers? A kidnapper? Me? No way. I'm not into such petty crimes. Nope. I'm after something much, much bigger. I like her theme, though. It's like them fat motherfuckers in Wukong. True. I must be worn out from today's ordeal. Poke smiles. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. Sorry about that. Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares to take flight, one alone soars to shine, the light of righteousness on the world's blight. And that one is me, for I am the great thief, Yatagarasu. Really? Great thief? Did she really just claim to be the Yatagarasu? Oh, but my real name is Kay Faraday. You can call me Kay, Kay? Good, glad that's settled. Because I've seen her, I've seen pictures of her and shit. Not quite. I have a mountain of questions for you. But first, if you'd be so kind as to remove these ropes. I wonder, should I remove them? I was actually having a lot of fun watching you make those silly faces. Hey, there's no need to get all mad and icy glary on me, you know? This rope goes through here, and there you go. What a relief. I owe you my thanks. Ah, it's okay. You can pay me back in full later. Now then, what cushion should I start with? Unfortunately, I can already tell nothing is going to be easy with this cheeky girl. You call yourself a great thief? Yeah, are you really a thief at all? You doubt me? I get it. You think a young lady like me couldn't possibly be such a big-time thief, right? That's not the part I have a tough time believing. I am a real genuine Yatagarasu, you know. Yep, I am a pure-blooded great thief. It's a little something I inherited from my predecessor. In that case, you wouldn't mind if I arrested you then, right? What? Of course I'd mind. I haven't stolen anything yet. Seriously, I don't know how you could say such a horrible thing to your savior. That's true. Technically, she hasn't stolen anything in front of me. yet. When you say you're the Yatagarasu, do you mean you are the Yatagarasu? Yep. The most righteous of the righteous. The legendary great thief. But I inherited the title only recently. So I haven't had a chance to steal anything yet as the second Yatagarasu. I'm not aware that thieves could pass down their titles like that. But don't worry. I've got some big plans in the works. Big plans, huh? They wouldn't happen to lead to a big arrest, would they? I knew it. There's just no reason with a prosecutor. No reasoning with a prosecutor. I'm not the problem here. I'll have you know that the Yatagarasu has no interest in stealing petty trinkets. There's one thing and only one thing I want to steal. Only one thing? What would that be? That's gonna have to wait until we find our way out of here. Well, at least there's one thing we agree on. I'm sure I have plenty of time later to learn more about you. So you never told me what your name is, Mr. Prosecutor? Ah, I guess not. I'm Miles Edgeworth. Aha, now I remember. How can you remember something I just told you? But she sure is cheery. All right then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's get out of here. It would seem that we are locked in from the other side. What? No way! I don't hear you. La la la. Kate, you remember where you came in from, right? Looks like that might be our only way out of this room. Whoops, slight miscalculation. It's a good height to make an entrance from, but I can't jump that high to make an exit. I suppose we have no choice but to look around and see if we can't find another way out. Where do these games fit in with the other 6? This is right after the first trilogy. So this is like a month after Trials and Tribulation occurs. 1 and 2. And then it's, after these 2, it's Apollo Justice. Let me start over here, bro. Man, why did they put the window so high up anyway? Also, welcome to the stream, homie. How is a thief supposed to make her daring escape? I suppose we can make our way out if we were able to climb on top of these lockers. Huh, that's pretty clever. You make a good thief. You'd make a good thief yet, Mr. Edgeworth. Please don't ever place my name and the word thief in the same sentence again. Let's see. I wonder if I can jump and grab the top of the locker here. You're not even close. Man, why have to make such ginormous lockers anyway? Even if we wanted to use these lockers, we need some sort of foothold. Not all the blue badger shit, bro. Get this stupid thing away. This third one, bro, it's creepy as hell. My fault, bro. I'll just play Overwatch 2. Hey, there's something inside the bottom right box. Oh, I think it's a pink badger costume. Pink badger? You don't keep up with what's going on in the world, do you? In that case, you better stay up on the whole badger clan with this. Badger clan? What is this thing? Proto Badger, the very first Badger. Blue Badger, an ally of justice who keeps the peace. Pink Badger, know her unique pink bow. And Bad Badger, a vile criminal with a gun. I hate everything about this. Think of it as a Bible of all things you'll ever need to know about the clan. Whatever, I suppose I can keep it as a reference guide or something. I suppose this means that this is where they all keep the costumes? It certainly looks that way. It's like the Badgers family's home. The Proto Badger is the one that knocked us out. There are 8 boxes, but 7 of them are empty. Which means that 7 of the costumes are in use right now. But aren't these Badgers the mascots of the police force? I heard that the police had a hand in sponsoring this theme park. Probably because the Gatewater group owes the police from all those cases they solved. They have all the power of the state and they use it to make a theme park? It's not just any theme park. They have a handcuff-shaped, double-looping roller coaster. That's quite enough. I'm feeling woozy just from the thought of such a thing. I won't rest till I've inspected every looking nook and cranny. He loves saying that, Doug. What have we here? Ah! Why do I feel a laser-like stare aimed right at me? Did you want to take a look? Well, if I don't mind if I do. Oh, I see. Yes, this is definitely a key. I'm sure it's a key to something. Oh, no shit, Kay. What is this? Looks like the Bad Badger and it's looking as bad as ever. Looks like a costume head to me. I guess the Bad Badger's costume is at the very least a two-piece, huh? The real question is, why is only the head sitting out here on the floor? Costume separated into head and body. This head was left in the isolation room. Isn't this my phone? You're stepping on it. It looks like it made through the ordeal intact. Well, there was a way for us to contact someone on the outside. Oh, but we do have a way, right here. Ah, there was a cell phone here this whole time? If I'm right, Detective Gumshoe should have contacted the precinct for backup by now. Mr. Edwards, sir, are you okay? I was so worried, sir. I'm fine. I was knocked out unconscious for a spell, but by a kidnapper, that's all. I'm sorry, sir. I'm such a failure. Aw. If only I hadn't lost sight of you. I mean, you did go inside into a room. Detective, we don't have time for this. Have the police set up a perimeter right now. You don't have to worry about that, sir. I already got the boys working on that. But in doing that, I sorta... What's wrong, Detective? Oh, shit. Sorry to butt in, but I'm afraid you're going to have to make do with me. Who is this? Shi Long, Lang of Interpol. Oh my god, another Interpol agent. A pleasure to speak with you, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard a great deal about you. So why exactly is an Interpol agent like yourself involved in a domestic kidnapping case? Don't sweat the details. A crime's a crime, whether it's on a local or a global scale. Besides, you're the one who's in a world of trouble. And why would you say that? Lang Shi says, the pack that runs together stays together. Catch my drift? You caused quite a ruckus by running blindly into a situation and then getting caught. You should have contacted the police from the very beginning. Yeah, so his son might die? Yeah, no. I'm sorry that this happened because of a lapse in judgment. However, I humbly request that you please help me out of here, post-haste. Sorry, no kid do. What? We're hunting the kidnapper now, and I haven't got any hands to spare. As I said, my pack moves as one. You're the one who wanted to go it alone, so good luck to you, Mr. Prosecutor. Oh, and once we do catch the kidnapper, rest assured we'll come find you. Eventually. You. What's wrong? Did you get cut off? No. My phone ran out of power. No way. Doesn't matter anyway. We should try to get out of here, though. On our own means. Yeah, I have a name to live up to after all. If we put our heads together, we're sure to find a way out. Aw. What about Gumshoe? Don't you dare hurt Gumshoe, I swear to God. They're holding a Blue Badger photo rally? You didn't know? Plus, it's not just Blue Badger, it's his whole family, too. Badger photo rally. Take a picture of every member of the Badger family and receive a prize. There's only one of each of the 4 family members wandering throughout the park. Best of luck. But we saw 2 of the proto ones. If you manage to snap a photo of every member of the family, you get a really posh prize. Well, there's a costume head sitting over there. Why not start with a picture of that? You can't do that. That's cheating. There's only one of each badger in the park, so you have to work for it. Speaking of badgers, there was one sitting against the wall in the haunted house. Seriously? But somehow I don't think that one counts, Mr. Edgeworth. You have to take pictures of the costume ones walking around the park. So those are the rules of this game? How quaint. Alright, I think that's everything for right now. Oh, wait. Do you know where the person who kidnapped me went? Well, after they locked you up in here, it sounded like they went into the next room and started talking to someone. I feel like I heard something as well, but it's all a haze in my mind. However, I do recall that the kidnapper was talking to someone. It was just a guess before, but I guess I really am dealing with 2 kidnappers here. After that, they left. It almost seemed as if they were done with you. I suppose that is the case, as my kidnapping seems like an afterthought to the 1 million. Well, if they went into the next room, let's see what we can find out through the slot. Oh, you appear in the room the kidnappers were in from there. Won't rest till I inspect every suspicious nook and cranny, that ass. Is that what I think it is? Looks like the kidnappers had an escape tunnel prepared just in case. That's awesome. Like a bunch of great thieves themselves. No, they're not, because I highly doubt they made the tunnel themselves. The floor panel was removed and propped up against the beam in a very specific way. I think this building was originally built with a basement or underground area. You just gotta lift this carpet, bruh. This is the beam I was tied to. What's up? I was pondering perhaps we can make it over to the, and out the window if we could climb this. Good thinking. And if it's climbing Ashy you need, just leave it to me. Thanks to this little hooks, it looks like it might make for a good foothold. Up you go, King. Good luck. Count on it. Damn. The great thief Yatagarasu spreads her mighty wings and takes to the skies. Here I go. Fell. As I thought, this beam was definitely not made for climbing. Alright. What do you mean, as I thought? I'm not your guinea pig, you know. Alright. They have a lot of stuff. Okay. This hook on this beam. Now I already tried, and there's no way I can jump from this hook to the window. Fine, even you have to admit when something's just not possible. I wasn't about to suggest that again, rather that it's here for a different purpose. Really? Like what? As you saw in the adjacent room, it's clearly for keeping a floor panel propped up. Which means that there should be a panel in this room that we can open as well. Oh, I get it. Didn't notice its existence this time because it was being hidden by this tarp. Alright then, let's fold this thing up and see what's underneath. Now this is what I call a treasure. Wow, this must be another entrance to the secret hidden basement. I totally smell treasure. The scent I wish to smell is the sweet fragrance of freedom. What are you waiting for? Hurry up and open the hatch. Alright. This thing is locked down tight. I wonder what that key was for. Ah, fiddlesticks. Not the fiddlesticks. I believe you're up, Kay. Huh? Why me? Because we need to use this tiny key that you've taken quite a liking to. Oh, gotcha. Just leave it to me. I love the tense feeling of these moments when you're about to uncover something big. I believe the feeling of freedom would be much more satisfying right about now. Alright, I got the secret door open, and now... Ah, wait! Damn, she just jumped in. What? Oh my god. Are you alright, Kay? I'm fine, the ladder just slipped is all. Thank goodness she's alright. I about had a coronary. There's a lot of really large machinery down here. What about an exit? It's really dark and cramped down there, so I really doubt there's an exit. I can't believe that happened. You have only yourself to blame for leaping before you looked, you know. No way. I mean, how was I supposed to know that the ladder is removable? Well, just... There we go. Up and at him. First hag in a while. Ew, not hag, bro. I figured out how we will escape this prison, Kay. Oh, so how are we going to bust out? It seems that your reckless actions were of use after all. Are you actually praising me? More of a thank you for giving me an idea regarding this ladder. The underground ladder? What about it? This ladder isn't just for those who wish to go down. Oh, I see. If we use this... Yes, I believe it's long enough to reach the top of those lockers. Well then, what are we waiting for? Nice, get the hell out of there, bro. Everyone died in basement. Yes. We spent entirely too much time in here. Kidnappers who held me hostage and a mysterious Interpol agent. This case is only getting started, and I'll be the one to bring it to a resounding end. Morning. Okay, Edgeworth, look at you. Looks like it stopped raining for now. Yeah, and thank goodness. You have no idea how hard it was raining earlier. Mr. Edgeworth. I'm so glad to see you managed to escape, sir. I was so stressed that I thought my heart was going to give out. Detective Gumshoe, may I ask what in the world that is? Well, that's, what the Men in Black. 10-gallon hat saloon. Yo, get this whack-ass blue badger out of here, dog. $99. Shifu, all 99 members are here and accounted for, sir. Oh, shit. What the heck do you think you're doing counting my cubs off like that? Oh, shit. Every person is a valuable human being, you get me? And everyone has a name that their parents gave to them. No one is a 2 or a 3. Everyone, regardless of age or rank, is the number 1. Got it? Shifu! Shifu! This isn't my Shifu. You are Agent Lang, I take it. You infidel, how dare you address our Shifu so rudely? Damn. Lang Ji says, a cub who disrespects others soon feels the disciplinary bite of an elder. So don't you ever forget to show the proper respect towards another person. Sheena. This isn't much, but please accept my card. Shi Long Lang. So this is the guy that he was... Okay. This isn't much, but please accept my card. Oh, thank you. Please accept mine in return. These two guys are just holding cards out to each other. You all see that just now? That is the proper way for two people to show their respect. Keep that in mind, you'll get far in life, got it? Ah, that's right. Francisca did warn me. Something about an elite Interpol agent from the Republic of Zhengfa. Apparently this man has the highest successful arrest rate in the organization. Agent Lang, why exactly is the Interpol agent involved with this clearly domestic case? That's none of your business, Mr. Prosecutor. How is it not? I've heard a rumor or two about you. You solved a murder that occurred during your flight home recently, right? Huh. But you sure took a while just to arrest one little flight attendant. How pathetic. Wow. How dare you say that about Mr. Edgeworth? Are you saying you could have solved it faster, pal? The comedic relief jumps to the aid of his master. How cliche. Look, what I'm getting at is that if I'd been there, no one would have died. Okay. I would have solved the entire case and Agent Hicks would still be with us here today. Agent Lang knew yesterday's victim, Agent Ackley Hicks. So this is still before him getting back to the... This is still him before getting back to his prosecutor's office. Bro literally had 3 cases in 3 days. Hicks was like a brother to me, so now I'm out to take my revenge. Agent Hicks was investigating a smuggling ring with Francisca and a third person. This must be the man she was talking about. In that case, you should understand how I feel as the kidnapped is someone I know. So he asked that you please allow me to participate in the investigation. Not so fast! Not so fast! What the hell? That was kind of cool. Not so fast! This isn't your neatly trimmed courtroom of Eden, you know. Wait, this is just Wolverine. I think that's why Fletcher said Hugh Jackman. His theme, though, kind of slaps, though. I like this. You're out in the wilderness now, Mr. Prosecutor, and you're way out of your league. No hard feelings, but why don't you go on back to your courtroom now, pretty boy? Damn! Pretty boy? You dare mock the court? I do. I don't need the help of a filthy prosecutor. Sorry, but the truth doesn't need the likes of you to distort it today. Who uses the adjective filthy to describe a prosecutor? Alright, man, good job on the perimeter around Gatewater Land. Now just find me the kidnapper and bring the punk to me. Dismissed. Bro, like he's cheating. He's using like a whole police patrol, dog. Now then, Mr. Prosecutor, you just sit tight here and don't cause any trouble, understand? Wait. Mr. Edgeworth, it's been a while since I last met someone so disagreeable. Why, of all places, did he show up here, and completely out of the blue at that? I suppose I'll have to ask Detective Gumshoe to fill me in on that. Oh, Jesus Christ, dog. That wriggling, I just can't bring myself to call it dancing. Get out of my head! Man, I can't calmly do any stealing at all with that detective around. I suppose it's not easy when there's this many members of law enforcement in the vicinity. It's alright, it's not like I'm in a hurry just to steal any old thing. Which is it? Do you plan to steal something or not? Quite the mystery, this one. Maybe I should talk with her a bit more. I'm all out? You would want money. So what are you going to do about your investigation into the kidnapping? Good question. Since Agent Lang holds the authority to investigate this case now, this makes things a bit more complicated. Oh, come on, you can't let that stop you. I'll even lend you a hand, so let's go. But you're a self-purported great thief, are you not? I don't believe I can let someone of an unlawful nature participate in an investigation. You don't like to listen, do you? What is that face? I'm not just any old great thief. I'm the Yatagarasu. As I said earlier, the Yatagarasu is after one and only one thing. What is this one and only one thing you're after? The Yatagarasu is only interested in one thing, and that is the truth. I see. It was 7 years ago. There was a vigilante who threw the business world into panic. Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yatagarasu appeared and vanished at will. Though we still don't know much about the thief's ultimate goal, we do know the targets. The Yatagarasu would like to find and publicly disclose evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts. Once a target was chosen, no dramatic calling card or announcement was sent forth. Instead, the chosen corporation was infiltrated without even the target noticing. Some days later, the evidence that was found was sent out to the mass media, along with a card with the mark of a three-legged raven. Looking back, I suppose you can call what the Yatagarasu was stealing the truth. Could this child really be the successor to the original Yatagarasu? That can't be, can it? I really love theme parks. Too bad we're not here to have a fun time. So why did you choose this one, and why choose to show yourself to me of all people? Because I was tailing you, silly, duh. You were following me? Well, why? If I had one of these, I could be a prosecutor too, right? Don't even think of stealing this from me. If it's that important to you, then why don't you wear it on your lapel? Why should I have to label myself as a prosecutor everywhere I go? Why does everyone ask that question of me? That's what I'd like to know. Alright, Gumshoe, what do you gotta say? Let's go, Gumshoe's theme. Great job, detective. Sir, for losing sight of me and the kidnapper, allowing my investigation to be hijacked, Schlong, no, not Schlong, Shilong. Maybe it is Schlong. Maybe you're onto something. Schlong Lang. Sir, I look forward to your next month's salary assessment. But the case isn't lost yet, sir. I'm gonna show you just how much of a man Dick Gumshoe can be. Shall I prepare the 21-gun salute now or later? Detective, are you sure it was the precinct you called for backup? Of course, sir. I think I would know the number to my own precinct like the back of my hand. Then why didn't an Interpol agent show up instead with an army of his own agents? That, I have no idea. About 5 minutes after I made the call, that Wolfman showed up out of nowhere, sir. Agent Lang definitely has an agenda, so the question is, what is he after? Mr. Edgeworth, I was wondering if I may ask about one thing, sir. Yes, what is it? Who is that? The girl over there, I mean. I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant, Kay Faraday. What? Funny, I don't recall making you my assistant, Kay. Yeah, I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. Me! It's been like that since forever. Sorry, but I just stole your supporting role. How can you say something so serious with that giant grin on your face, pal? Mr. Edgeworth, we got a thief on our hands, sir. She stole my role, sir. I'm taking her in, getting her convicted, and making sure she serves out her sentence. Oh, come on, it'll be fun, like musical chairs. You better stay fast on your feet. No way. I won't. I will not lose the spotlight to you, little girl. Yeah. Lance. Lance, where are you, son? Oh, it's this guy. God, look at those fucking earlobes, bro. Mr. Romano? Oh, Miles, my boy. I'm sorry to involve you in such an affair just after you returned. For you, Mr. Romano, I gladly offer my assistance. After all, I have you to thank for how well things turned out during my time abroad. Wasn't for you, I might not have been introduced to that law office. I had the chance to study the inner workings of another country's judicial system. Okay, so we're just not gonna say it? No. 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 Think nothing of it. As you know, Manfred and I go way back. I consider a beloved disciple of his to be the like one of my own blood. If you ever want to go overseas again, you need only ask. I can use my company's vast network to send you anywhere at any time. So who's the old man? He is the father of the currently kidnapped Lance Amano, Ernest Amano. Now then, have you found Lance yet, Miles? Please, I miss my poor boy dearly. I'm terribly sorry, but your son's whereabouts remains unknown, Mr. Amano. What? Hold on there. Then what happened to all that money? I believe the 1 million has been stolen and that culprits are now on the run. What? Poor old man. Don't you have anything you could give him to cheer him up, Mr. Edgeworth? Forgive me, Mr. Amano. You want a blue badger head? Aww. I was wondering if you could please tell me the details of the kidnapping one more time. Oh, it was yesterday. A call came to the house. From the receiver came the sound of my son. Help me, Daddy. Sniff. Wow. I know this is tough, but please stay with me here, Mr. Romano. You don't understand. He hasn't called me Daddy in ages. It was incredibly moving. I wish I had recorded him saying that. Definitely should have recorded that conversation. But not for the foolish sentimentalities of an old man. Refresh my memory. What kind of person is Lance again? How will telling you about Lance help you get him back? Surprisingly, a lot can be deduced from a person's relationships and behavior. Very well. Then Lance is my one and only son. He turned 21 this year. He's very much like me when I was his age. Kind and very attractive. I'm sure women simply can't keep their hands off of him. Is there anything else about him you noticed of late? Now that you mention it, I haven't been able to get in contact with our butler, Oliver. Your butler? Yes, his name is Oliver Deacon. He's been with our family for years now. He gets along so well with Lance, so I thought maybe he would know where my son is. Mr. Romano, could you please tell me a little more about your butler, Mr. Deacon? As a butler, he's outstanding. He even serves as Lance's personal private tutor. He took a brief leave recently, but even after it was over, I haven't been able to reach him. You still haven't spoken with him since his leave? What about his family and friends? They said they hadn't seen him. I've tried everything I could think of, Miles. Do you think this could have something to do with Lance's kidnapping? It's possible, but I can't say anything for sure quite yet. So even the person closest to the victim has gone missing. Oliver Deacon. Sounds like one name I had better keep in mind. Oliver Deacon. Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir. Let's begin our investigation. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey. Even if that Interpol agent holds the authority to head this investigation, we can't allow ourselves to stand idly by twiddling our thumbs. I'm with you 100%, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. I, Dick Gumshoe, pledge to stick by your side through thick and thin. Mr. Romano, it was my fault that the culprits escaped, which is why, with your blessing, I vow to return the Lance to you myself. Oh, I've never seen you so passionate before, Miles. Good luck to you, my boy. All right. Well, what are you waiting for? Let's do some investigating. If you think I'm losing to you, pal, forget it. Someone's a little jelly. So what should we examine first? Thanks to Angel Lane, we can't leave this area. Well, the culprits were here here until only very recently. Which means we may be able to find some clues that will tell us how they escaped. Okay, let's get looking. Hey, you there. Who, me? What are you doing goofing off in a place like this? I wasn't goofing off. I was about to help Mr. Edgeworth kick off his investigation. You imbecile. All precinct detectives are now under Agent Lang's direct command. No way. I am not working for Wolf Boy. Mr. Edgeworth, can you do something? I'm not exactly in a position to argue, seeing as how you are a member of the police. Good. Now let's go. Detective Gumshoe, no! Boy, have I just got this job for someone of your talents? Well, that was exciting. Boy, have I just got the job for someone of your talents. I'm gonna make poor Gumshoe stand around, bro. Okay. What? Can't you tell I'm all ready to get down to some detective work? You should go home. Your parents must be worried about you. Oh, come on. I finally get to be your assistant and you try to ditch me? I don't recall offering you the position. Why had it be so difficult? Besides, it's already too late, you know. Like I said, I've already stolen the position of the assistant a while back. Huh. You're the only one asserting that. Well, by the time anyone notices, it's already gone. That's the Alagarasu way. You shouldn't speak so lightly of things you know nothing about. Fine, whatever, you win. Go ahead and do your little investigation. But the talented assistant K is going to be tag along no matter what you say. Even if she turns out to be useless, she's not going to listen to me. Might as well surrender and let her come along for the ride. Okay, what do you think about the kidnapping? Well, I don't know anything about the victim. So actually, I was hoping you could tell me. Ah, that's right. I never did explain the situation to you. I got involved because of a phone call I received. It was from none other than the director, Amano Group. Director of the Amano Group, Mr. Ernest Amano. His only son, Lance, had been kidnapped, and he wanted me to be the drop-off man. Little did I suspect that I would be abducted myself. And that's when I found you tied to a pole screaming, "Can you please drop that already?" Set of tire tracks originated from the garage. So that means a car left from the garage at some time, right? Correct. But for the car to leave these tracks, it would mean that they left during the passing rain. That's the only explanation as to why these tracks are made of mud. 3 treads. I think we can also safely assume it's a special type of car. Nothing else? Is this Meekins? I realized that salute. That looks like fucking Meekins, bro. Hey, it's the Blue Badger. Badger, get! I really don't understand why she is so excited over this badger hunt. Speaking of badgers, there's a person inside of there. Mr. Badger, I wonder if you might share with me what you saw. It's gotta be Meekins, dog. That salute, bro. It's gotta be Meekins. He's doing that contorted, wriggling dance again. Ah! Ah, it's fucking Meekins, bro. No! Oh my god, dog. Oh my fucking Meekins. I've seen this guy 3 times too many already, Doug. Ah, you've uncovered my undercover identity, sir. I was to remain under that head, sir. Aren't you Officer Meekins? Sir, Mike Meekins reported for duty, sir. This man was a witness in one of the cases I hated 2 years ago. About the only thing I remember about this officer in that, he often spoke and acted before he thought, which gave me a great deal of headaches. And like I said, this was before Apollo Justice, so this is before all the Zach Romare beacon shit. His hand isn't injured anymore. True! Is he a friend of yours, Mr. Edgeworth? I met him in the courtroom once before. Why was he so upset when he unmasked him? Does he have something to hide? Officer Meekins, why are you standing here wasting time? Sir! Because I'm not a police officer right now, sir. I'm the Blue Badger. And I'm creating memories and dreams for the kids. That's never a waste of time, sir. Oh, I missed a lot, it seems. You definitely did. It's Meekins, bro. Look, Jiro, it's Meekins. I have a dream to become as big as Detective Gumshoe, sir. Well, there you go. There's your Gumshoe. I was patrolling this scorchingly boring beat until a little while ago. When the dispatch radio on my shoulder cackled at the kidnappers that escaped, sir. I thought maybe this was my best shot at making detective, sir. I rushed over to join in, but when I got here, there was a sea of people already. And I couldn't spread my trademark friendliness and joy onto anyone. It would seem that some people never change. So why exactly are you in that ridiculous outfit? Sir, that's because, sir, I'm here to keep the visitors in good spirits, sir. But it's also to hide the fact that I am an officer of the trail of a kidnapper, sir. I see. Agent Lang is very wise to employ this sort of diversionary tactics. To be handed the role of the Blue Badger out of all the different disguises, sir, it's such an honor. How long have you been standing here, officer? Sir, for about 1 little hour, sir. That's around the time I woke up from being knocked unconscious. And I've been here ever since, sir. If that's true, then it's possible Officer Meekin saw the kidnapper escaping. However, sir, I must tell you I didn't see a thing, sir. I haven't asked you anything yet, officer. No, but I know you will, sir. He's hiding something from me. Officer Meekins, I insist that you tell me more about your recent movements. Sir, I've been playing the Blue Badger this whole time, sir. I've been getting into it. I patrolled the park all while wearing this costume. And about 1 hour ago, I came over here, sir. I haven't seen any suspicious-looking people this whole time, sir. But I did see a badger, sir, a lone blue badger. What you said just now is contradictory to the facts. How so, Mr. Edgeworth? This is what Officer Meekin's testimony contradicts. Take that! Officer Meekins, let's back things up. I'd like to ask you about your last statement. Sir, of course, sir. If that's your wish, Mr. Prosecutor. This little patrolman will wait as long as I am commanded to wait. You said that you saw a blue badger, correct? And yet, if you take a look at this, what you saw was not supposed to happen. This park is supposed to have only one of each badger in it at any given time. Which means that as long as you are the blue badger, Officer Meekins, you should not have seen another blue badger wandering the premises. Yo. What, sir? That would mean that there are 2 blue badgers walking around, but why? Do I have anything? A second blue badger that shouldn't exist. Clearly the true identity of the person underneath is... Oh, I know. It's one of the kidnappers, right? The person wore a costume to get away. Precisely. After all, the costume that went missing from the storage area are a blue badger, a proto badger, and a bad badger. Yes, those 3. So there are 3 phony badgers running around in the park somewhere, huh? Stolen costumes. Hey, there's a bunch of footprints in the mud over here. I remember hearing rainfall out here while I was being held in there. Yep, it was just passing rain. That's why the ground is already pretty much dried up. I should be thankful. They left us with some nice footprint samples. Me and Magic Cat should straight L's. You don't have to carry there, bruh. Plus, we'll be able to spot them because of their muddy shoes. I don't think it'll be that easy. Why not? Look carefully. There are quite a few different sets here. We don't know which ones belong to the kidnappers. Oh, that's true. We don't know what kind of shoes they were wearing. The blue badger shoes. Now that we know that the kidnappers were wearing badger costumes, those footprints from earlier take on a new and very significant meaning. Oh, you mean now we know which tracks belong to the kidnappers, right? Yes, more than shoe prints, we need to follow the paw prints of the badgers. Okay, Mr. Edgeworth, it's time to use those footprints and go badger hunting. So we're looking for footprints made by a costume. Hey, I think I found them. There are 2 sets here. They both look like possible candidates. This says walking off to the west. Ah, it just stops. Can't make heads or tails of where it headed from here. I think we can assume it's headed towards the stadium. I wonder where the other set leads. This one seems to be heading east. Must be Meekins. Huh? Huh! Quick, Mr. Edgeworth, I've got him. I got the one of the culprits. Ah, no, I'm not a kidnapper, sir. Gio. Down, Kay. Clearly those footprints belong to Officer Meekins. But our criminals you're each wearing a costume. Aha, maybe they came over to this garage or something. That's what I would suppose. Officer Meekins, if you can step aside for a moment, we need to examine the garage. Sir, Roger Wilco, sir. Look at Meekins, bro. Let's open this shutter and see what we find. Maybe we'll find kidnappers hiding inside. Oh! What in the... She knows someone across a dead body. She must be in severe shock to have been the first to find it. Now then, who is this man? It's Oliver! Mr. Amano, are you saying that this man is... Yes, he's my butler. How could something like this have happened? Indeed. Why was Mr. Deacon here to begin with? Better investigate this crime scene quickly before Agent Lang or his men return. The kidnapper's footprints lead right to this garage. Or right to a dead body. Is it possible one of the kidnappers is now a murder victim? Is now a murder victim. Following kidnapper's prints led us to the body with the victim in a costume. For my cursory examination, I believe this man died of a fatal bullet wound. How did nobody hear it, bruh? You sure are calm for someone who just found a body. Surprising what one can become accustomed to in a span of 2 days. True. Like I said, he had the one on the plane, and then this one, and then when he walks into his prosecutor's door. Bro, this all happened in 2 days. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. As long as that Interpol agent has control of this case, I'm not going to be able to have a real autopsy done on the victim. I'm no doctor, but let's see what I can piece together myself. There are 2 gunshot wounds on his abdomen and in his shoulder. So that means he was shot twice? No, I don't think so. I think the abdominal one is an entry wound, and one near his shoulder is the exit wound. So shot him upwards? Nice, I knew you could figure it out. It comes with experience. I've seen my share of crime scenes. Speaking of experience, this crime scene seems a bit too clean for a murder where the bullet went clean through. I should make a note of this oddly. This is an unusually shaped pendant. What is it? Is it something valuable? She seems to have regained some of her composure. Looks like a horse pendant. It's got an antique feel about it, and it's really pretty. Hold on. It's made of platinum silver. Nice, it is worth something after all. Oh, and look! There's something written on the back. Colin DeVore. It's a name. Colin DeVore. Well, this man's name is... Eureka! Eureka! There's something not right about the name on the pendant. The victim is the Amato family butler, and his name is Oliver Deacon. But the name on the pendant is Colin DeVore. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know, but I think we hit upon an important piece of information. Lance, where are you, sweetie? Who is that? Excuse me, but you are. Ba-dum. Oh, this is bad. He's really good looking. Oh my god, you just met the guy. Is that a ring pop? Ah, stop it, Lauren. You can't let us all fall for a playboy like him. You're in love with... Call this a playboy? Sounds like someone doesn't know the meaning of the phrase inner monologue, huh? Sorry to interrupt your conversation, but might you be a friend of Lance? Yes, I'm Lance's girlfriend. My name is Lauren Pops. Lauren Pops. What is that on her finger? It looks like a ring pop. His girlfriend? Oh, it's not like that. We're more like friends, and we're not lovers or anything. Wow! Well, you just throw him to the side. When you see Edgeworth. We haven't gotten that far yet. But, Edgeworth. I guess that's how people are going to see it, so I should just accept it. Yeah, it's a ring pop. I even got this ring as a present from Lance. You know what she reminds me of? A cartoon character. May I inquire you as to why you are here? I haven't been able to get in contact with Lance lately, and I began to really get worried. I looked everywhere for him, and then I even heard about the kidnapping, so I came here. Is it true? Has Lance really been kidnapped? No one is supposed to know, but yes, it's true. Oh, Lance. I can't believe you've been spirited away. That's a great movie, by the way. I wonder how you're doing right now. Looks like she's gone back to the fair maiden in love routine. So, Mr. Edgeworth, where do we go from here? We found a body, so we should look into the murder. Ah, here he is. You wearing a Spirited Away shirt right now? W movie, bruh. W shirt. This guy's theme, too. This is my type of music, bro. My men brought me up to speed over the radio. And I have to say, you really should have called. I heard you found something very intriguing. I have nothing to hide, Agent Lang. It's exactly what you see before you. I'll take it from here. Yeah, that guy's really dead. No shit, Lang. Hey, you waiting for an invitation? Hurry up and detain the suspect, now. Suspect? Who? Ah, here we go. 3 times! 3 times! Officer Meekins, is it? You're coming with us. Meekins? What? Sir, I had nothing to do with it, sir. Agent Lang, don't you think you're being a bit rash? You even have a good reason to suspect Officer Meekins? I'll leave that kind of stuff to you prosecutors. It's your job, after all. Like I said earlier, the crime scene isn't as forgiving as your precious courtroom. That's your answer? I know you like your logic and reasoning. But that sort of impractical fluff is not needed out here in the field. All you have to do is arrest suspicious person after suspicious person. That's how you eliminate crime from the streets. Yeah, alright, Lang. But that's also precisely how you unnecessarily arrest innocent people by mistake. Innocent people? Nonsense. There's no such thing as an innocent person. We've all got a blemish or two in our hearts. That's tyranny! I won't allow such a thing to go on unchecked before my eyes. Too bad you don't call the shots around here. Oh shit. As I have sworn to uphold the laws of this land, I cannot allow you to take this man in. That you would arrest a man on false charges without even conducting an investigation. Have you no honor as a member of law enforcement? You, how dare you speak so disrespectfully to our Shifu? Not my Shifu. Hold it. You amuse me, Mr. Prosecutor. Lang Shi says, every pack has its own rules. If you can play by the rules and come out on top, that is a true victory. Alright, I'll give you your beloved laws a fair shake. I'll show you just how much investigating I've done. Through my line of logic. Ah, here we go. Shi Long Lang's logic. I've seen a lot of bodies like the one being carted off in my time. I can say he was shot in a single glance, but even you figured that much out, right? With your current gun laws, it's not exactly easy to get your hands on a gun. Not unless you're a member of the law enforcement like Officer Meekins, isn't that right? Man, he's not a fucking officer. Yo, what is this blue badger back here, bruh? That's the bad badger. There's special circumstances. Solid as a rock. It's based on the philosophy of detainment. What's this philosophy of detainment? Huh, you don't know? In that case, pay attention, girly. In my country, the criminals have a saying, beware of the wolf. Why the wolf? Because in my language, Lang means wolf. You don't mess with me or my pack. As for the detainment philosophy, its father is my honorable ancestor, Lang Ji. You'd think I have heard of him in his teaching if he is that famous. The Dragon Scroll, bruh. Lang Shi developed it as he worked to lock criminals away thousands of years ago. To this day, Shangfa Police still trains its recruits using his philosophies. But thousands of years ago, that makes your story about as believable as a fairy tale. Anything wears down and breaks over time. Do you really believe something as ancient as that can be applied to today's world? You want to put it to a test?
Hold it!
Time to press. So what can you tell me about the body? A lot. Even without an autopsy, I have my ways. They teach you the basics of forensics along with the detention philosophy. Oh? Then you wouldn't mind telling me a little of what you figured out, correct?
Hold it!
Hold it. Yes, I think anyone who saw the bullet wounds would come to the same conclusion.
Not so fast!
Don't pat yourself on the back yet. What's that supposed to mean? Yo, get this dumbass scroll out of my face. Lang Shi says, search where the water is deepest. You have to keep your eyes on the big fish that lurks in the depths, which is the killer. Is that right? And what would you know about the killer?
Hold it!
It would appear you've studied a little of our laws. Studied? Who needs to study what every child at any street corner already knows? It's that China. The Federal Firearms Restriction Act. That's it, the Federal Firearms Restriction Act. I hear it's not easy to get a gun these days. Interesting. Elman is the one in charge of keeping track of the information.
Hold it!
If that's the case, there are plenty of other officers who might be potential suspects. You're not seriously going to arrest each and every one of them, are you? As if I would need to, I've already looked into everyone else here. Oh? Other than Officer Meekins, I know no one else's weapon has been fired. How did you check every single person's weapon in such a short span of time? That's because each and every one of my subordinates is extremely capable. It didn't take more than a few minutes to conduct the entire investigation. Power of sheer numbers. But you have yet to check Officer Mika's weapon, correct? Thanks for reminding me. Hey you, show me your gun. Oh! What's wrong? Why does he look so sickly pale all of a sudden? Did bro lose his gun? Gun. What'd you say? I can't hear you. Stop mumbling and spit it out already. Sir, I lost. You're a fucking idiot. How could you be so irresponsible? In the end, it looks like you're still the only suspect we've got. You're the one who waited here outside this garage to ambush and kill the victim. So you think that Officer Meekins waited here to kill the victim, do you, Lang? I think this little accusation deserves a lot more scrutiny.
Hold it!
You mean to tell me that the murder occurred here in this garage? From the fact that the suspect was found almost next to where the body was found, I'd say that it's pretty obvious that this is the crime scene. Lang Shi says, criminal always returns to the crime scene, to the scene of the crime. Hey, finally a quote even I've heard of before. Furthermore, Lang Shi says, successful investigations are the result of multiple returns to a crime scene. Looks like neither detectives nor criminals have changed their ways over the millenniums. So this is the kind of conclusion that philosophy of detainment can lead you to. I don't get it, Mr. Edgeworth. Why are you putting yourself on the line for Mr. Meekins? Not that I particularly care about what happens to Officer Meekins. What? Yo. However, I can't simply stand by while Agent Lang ignores our country's laws. Chi Long Lang. Just what sort of investigator are you?
Objection!
There you go. Unfortunately for you, Agent Lang, that is simply not possible. What do you mean? You've seen the crime scene for yourself. And while you were looking, did you not think to yourself that it was a little too clean? Aya! Yo, is he about to kung fu me, bro? So you did notice that there was too little blood. Do you still wish to claim that Officer Meekins committed the murder here? Because this isn't the crime scene, and if it was, your men who led you to think it was, then I suggest you leave this case to the local police to set the record straight. Yeah! Fuck you, Lang! My music. Blah, 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 blah. Not bad. I see your logic can be just as sound as mine. In that case, let me ask you this. Don't you think it's weird that officer was hanging out around here in the first place? Weird. How so? Hey, you! Your squad's not even supposed to be in this area, right? What are you doing neglecting your duties and loafing around here? Don't you dare give me some lame excuse like, I found myself taking a walk. Well, sir, I really did take a walk, sir. You're a disgrace. How dare you take your pack obligations so lightly? Officer Meekins is looking extra meek. Is he hiding something? Mr. Edgeworth, please, sir. Save me the way you did earlier, please, sir. Officer Meekins, please give us a detailed account of what happened. Sir, not you, too. Not against Meekins, bro. It's true, sir. I wasn't assigned to this area, sir. I was told to check out every square inch of the main gate area, sir. I also went looking for the kidnappers while selling dreams in the Blue Badger mobile, sir. But I got completely caught up in my role selling dreams to the children, sir. Before I knew it, I found myself here in this area, sir. What is this Blue Badger mobile? It's a moving store on wheels that sells sweet dreams and merchandise, sir. So the Blue Badger mobile is just a roaming souvenir shop? Sir, I swear I was chasing the kidnappers down while I was being a good dream merchant. He seems rather worked up, even more than his usual hyperactive self. He sure seems of what he's saying. He sure seems sure of what he's saying. Can you try to calm down and lower your voice to a more reasonable level, officer? Sir. Roger, sir. At least he doesn't have the fucking megaphone.
Hold it!
Alright then, where were you assigned to? I was assigned to the main gate, sir. You must mean the area with the bridge and the outrageous fountain. Okay then, why are you here in the Wild Wild West area? It's because of a very deep reason, ma'am.
Hold it!
Describe for me how you conducted your investigation. Yes, sir. Well, first, I made sure there were no suspicious-looking people in the area, sir. But, people that seemed to gather around me were little girls, sir. Well, what did you expect when you were dressed like the Blue Badger? I thought I had no choice at that point, sir, so...
Hold it!
What exactly do you mean by selling dreams? Sir, the Blue Badger mobile is where dreams are collected. What? Sweetness like you've never known except in dreams, ma'am, like innocent drops. And bitterness found in only nightmares, ma'am, like guilty jawbreakers. Selling those as I push the Blue Badger mobile along is my sworn duty, ma'am.
Hold it!
You completely forgot to look for the kidnappers? No, sir, of course not, sir. I would never do something like that, sir. Oh, you're absolutely right. Wow, you're good at this forcing people to confess thing, Mr. Edgeworth. To be frank, I'm just a little man, sir. I'm better at selling kids a few small dreams than looking for a big crook, sir.
Hold it!
Enough wallowing in your own self-pity. Let's return to your testimony. Yes, sir. At least he's honest.
Hold it!
And how'd you wind up all the way over here? I was in the middle of a sea of kids, sir. But one of the kids decided to challenge me to a fight, sir. I had to run away from the child's painful drop kicks. And before I knew it, the good old drop kick. I dished out my fair share of those when I was a kid. It's always the best when you felt one really connect with your opponent. In any case, you wound up here for a reason completely unrelated to the investigation.
Objection!
Officer Meekins, I would appreciate if you didn't tell such transparent lies. Sir, I'm lying, sir? Yes, you are. If you were really out there selling dreams with the Blue Badger mobile until recently, then what is it doing here inside the garage? Actually, I just lost track, sir. Lost track of what? By the time I realized the Blue Badger mobile was nowhere to be found, sir, which mean it was perhaps stolen? And that's when I came back to this area thinking maybe it was in the garage, sir. But that's when you found me, Mr. Edgeworth, sir.
Not so fast!
Not so fast! A likely story. Who do you think is going to buy such a convenient tale as that? And what exactly is so convenient about his story? The car getting stolen? It's completely unbelievable, even for a cover story. But I think we can assume the car was used alright to move the dead body. What? You killed the victim at some distant location, Officer Meekins. And then you used the blue Badger mobile to transport it all the way here. I like how the characters are right next to each other. I like this format a lot. Now then, you're coming with me. But what wasn't me, sir? The killer, sir. It wasn't me. Agent Lang, wait. What do you want now? We still don't know where the real scene of the crime is. You can't say we know all the facts of this case, let alone the truth. I told you the truth, schmooth. I couldn't care less. Our job is to catch the crook. You'll find out your precious truth after we arrest this guy and take him in. That's the job of you prosecutors in your fancy courts with your logic. As for us, we don't have that kind of time to waste. You're boorish, you boorish buffoon. Damn. Oh shit. I think you need to leave. What? We need to get to the body of the autopsy, and you guys are getting in the way. You would interfere with another one of my investigations? Hey now, let's not forget who holds the actual authority to conduct investigations here. I'm afraid the one doing the interrupting is you, my ignorant little pretty boy. Damn, he's an asshole, bruh. Edgeworth's finally met his maker, Doug. Now, be a good fancy boy and get out of my sight. If you don't, I'll arrest you for obstruction of justice. Wow. Chased out like a pair of peasants. Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Kay? There's something even thieves should never steal. Do you know what that is? You really shouldn't steal anything. However, I'll bite. What shouldn't that thief steal? The truth. A life. Oh. It's too heavy of a burden on your soul to get away with ever. That's something we could agree on. Well said, Kay. No matter what may try, murder is the one crime that can never truly be hidden. And intend to prove that by my own hands. When I apprehend the murderer myself, Alright, I'm going to work extra hard to be a good assistant. Let's go. I still never said she could be my assistant. I'm just going to drop the issue. The first thing we should do is locate the real scene of the murder. Mr. Edgeworth! Gumshoe! Detective Gumshoe! Mr. Edgeworth! The stadium! Hurry, sir! This is supposed to be a hush-hush, but they found a witness at the stadium. A witness? You! What did we tell you about leaving your assigned post? Ah! The jig is up. Mr. Edgeworth, remember that I'm always rooting for you. Go get him, sir! I love Gumshoe, bro. Those detectives sure look like they're enjoying themselves. It's not all fun and games, Kay. Now then, let's head to the stadium and meet this witness. Is that Pain, bro? Not a pink mobile. I thought there was a witness here. Good. Yeah, I don't see anyone. Mr. Edgeworth. Emma! Long time no see. You are Miss Emma Sky, correct? This girl is the younger sister of my former superior, Alana Sky. 2 years ago, we stood in the same courtroom together as witness and prosecutor. But I thought she had gone to Europe to study forensics. I can't believe you remember me, Mr. Edgeworth. Of course I do. How have you been? You look to be in good spirits. Are you still studying abroad? You bet. More than anything, I want to investigate crime scenes scientifically. I've been studying non-stop every day to become a top-notch forensic scientist. But it's a spring break now, so I thought I'd come back for a bit. I see. Look at it, it's Troop Grimare stuff, too. I think this was before they disbanded and everything else happened. It definitely is. I lied, it definitely is. I almost didn't recognize you. You've really grown these past few years. Please don't tease me, Mr. Edgeworth. I know I still have a long ways to go. But I'm going to be a super forensic scientist someday, you'll see. You seem to know Mr. Edgeworth really well. Are you two acquaintances? Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Emma Sky. Nice to meet you. I'm studying abroad to be a forensic scientist. How about you? Wow, that's a great dream. My name's Kay Faraday. And I'm trying to become an unstoppable great thief. Oh, great thief. Don't think too hard on it, Emma. It's not worth the trouble. In any case, we have much to catch up on. You bet we do. So why are you here, Emma? Well, I just happened to decide to come back home for spring break. And I heard that you come back too, so I raced on over here. I really wanted to welcome you back at the airport, but I had just missed you. Aww. And how exactly do you know I was here? Through the power of science, naturally. Never underestimate what science can do for you. I used these to track your footprints and I followed them straight to... Wow, that's kind of stalkerish. This set is the greatest. It's so wonderfully scientific. You spray this chemical on the ground and when you shine this special light on it, zing, the footprints light up like an electrified noble gas in a glass tube. It's almost like magic, scientifically speaking. Forensic science has never seemed more ominous to me than it is at the very moment. Emma, I'd like to ask you about what you witnessed. Huh? What are you talking about? Are you not the witness Detective Gumshoe told us about? Well, I did get a call from Detective Gumshoe earlier, who's practically yelling at me. Mr. Edgeworth needs your scientific doohickeys right now, pal, he said. What was that man thinking? Or rather, not thinking. So let me guess, there's been a murder, right? Yes, unfortunately. There's a sudden glint in her eyes. But I need to keep my mind focused on the witness. Now, where did that person go? What's that off in the distance? Oh, Jesus, fuck. Oh, hey, it's the pink badger. Badger, get! Yo. Badger, 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 badger. What does she see in these silly things? Oh, come on, stop! Please? I think this badger has something to say to you, Mr. Edgeworth. Are you by chance the witness I've been searching for? Sorry, I don't speak badger dance. Oh my god, it's just still playing. Make it stop, make it stop, make it stop. Thank you. Joel, you fuck! Oh. Oh my god, 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 oh my god. This is one person I wish to never see again, bruh. Fuck! Shit! God damn it. I can't take a break inside that stuffy head anymore. Oh boy. Oh, why her? Why here? Why now? I first met this woman 3 years ago. She was a witness in one of my cases. She has gone out of her way to pop up unexpectedly and cause... Oh, I'm Edgy Poo. Old Bag Chronicles is so gross, Doug. How could you understand what I was trying to tell you? I mean, really. I was trying so hard to keep the kid's dream alive by staying in character. But you couldn't pick up on what I was trying to convey to you. I'm sick and tired of that roundabout way of talking, so I'm just gonna be direct. I had a bad feeling before this, but this just made it official. Today has gone beyond the typical not my day into the realm of walking nightmare. So you're a friend of Mr. Edgeworth too, Miss Pink Badger? You could say that, but right now I'm just a Pink Badger, dearie. She may look the part, but I know better than to trust my eyes around this woman. My name is Wendy Oldbag. But you can call me Wendy or Granny, or whatever suits your fancy. Oh my god, bro. Nice to meet you, Miss Oldbag. I'm Kay Faraday. What do I care about a young whippersnapper like you? Yeesh, I was just trying to be polite. Weren't you a security guard at one of the Gatewater hotels the last time we met? I go where I'm needed. I'm very good at what I do, unlike the youth of today. I got called in all the time to fill in when there aren't enough hands. But enough about me, Edgy Poo. I'm thoroughly dejected right now. I finally get the chance to see you again, and here you are, talking with two young girls. Men are all the same, it doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah, you're on your own, lady. Old Bag wouldn't fit in the name correctly for some reason. Interesting. You seem to attract all sorts of, or just call it old. You seem to attract all sorts of interesting people, Mr. Edgeworth. Kay, please, I'm begging you, by all means, do not provoke her any further. Aren't you forgetting about something, Mr. Edgeworth? This person could be the witness. Honestly, I hope she isn't, but I don't think Faye's going to be so kind today. I saw what happened. I even saw the exact moment it happened. How's that? So it's true. She is the witness. I don't suppose I can afford to ignore the old bag. Yes, it was just a little while ago. I saw it happen right in front of me. The moment of the murder. You mean to say that you witnessed someone being killed right before your eyes? Sounds like a pretty important piece of testimony to me. Oh boy. What old bag witnessed? I came to the stadium to take a short break. As I was resting, I happened to glance over and saw two men facing each other in that area. Suddenly, there was a loud gunshot, and the person who was shot fell to the ground. It was a very terrifying experience, let me tell you. Looks like we hit the jackpot, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, I can't afford to ignore what she has to say. Unfortunately. What's that unfortunately you tacked on at the end supposed to mean, Edgy Poo? Well, anyway, let's see what we can find out from that little old lady. Yeah, good old bag.
Hold it!
You mean you took a break from being the Pink Badger? You may not think it, but it's hard work keeping kids' dreams alive. You smell of sweat, your hips creak with pain. You even begin to dream about work. That's the kind of story that would scar a child for life, you know. Well, that's why I chose to come take my break here, whippersnapper. I don't plan on playing the part of the dead badger in front of a bunch of kids. So what'd you see while you, the Pink Badger, were resting? Oh yes, that. Well,
Hold it!
Nate's right, pay for it. You saw two men. Can you describe them for me? They look like your average Joes, completely uninterested and not worth fawning over. I'm telling you, they were so bored that I don't even remember how much beyond that. But they didn't have any special features. Anything you recall would be very helpful. Oh my, don't tell me you're jealous of those two men. Holy fuck. Hey, she's right. You do seem pretty worked up over them, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm not worked up over anyone, and I'm not jealous. It's alright, AGP. Those two were just foes compared to a stallion like you. I thought so little of them that I lost interest the instant I laid eyes on them.
Hold it!
The camera have seen the exact moment in which the murder took place. Absolutely, that gun made a terrible racket when it was fired. You didn't try to go help the person that got shot? I'm the only person, you smart, alecky brat. You smart alecky brat. What could I have done? But I took off as soon as I could find someone who could help. Two men, one bullet. It's all consistent with what we found out from the body. Sadly, there wasn't exactly a lot of new information to go on in your testimony. Well, if I saw the guy again, I'm sure I could identify him for you. I mean, how do you expect me to remember anything without something to jog my memory? Self-centered, aren't we? While it was somewhat useful, her testimony also presents us with a new problem. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes? So about this new problem. What is that giant grin on your face for? You want me to show you something really nice? No, thank you. Don't be so mean. I swear it's something you're going to like. What is that gadget you're holding? That's a cell phone, Miles. What you see before you is the secret weapon of a great thief. Ah, I should have known. It would be worthless. Ah, don't be like that. Whoa. It's not a cell phone. What do you think now? What is it doing? It's projecting something into the air. I'm going to input the necessary information to run the simulation now. Once I'm done, I'll increase the size of the projection to its maximum size. Dark skies of evening, when no other birds dares take wing, one alone remains all-seeing. Now witness the true power of a real modern-day Robin Hood. Oh, what the fuck? What is this? Recreation. New minigame. This is a recreation of the murder based on the info I inputted into Little Thief. Little Thief? I dare say I think you're taking the Robin Hood thing a bit too far. Little Thief is actually meant to be a simulator for me to plan my thefts. I suppose if I use it like this, Let's see. This old backs that the two men were facing each other. Then a gunshot rang out and the victim fell to the ground. Blech. Ah, so with this we can expect the crime scene as it was in the past. See? So what do you think? I have to say I'm impressed by technology thieves have access to these days. Well, it is the super secret weapon of the mighty Yatagarasu. Indeed. Oh, but if there isn't enough information or if something is out of place, the recreation could come out a little strange. In other words, I can use this to authenticate the validity of a witness's testimony. You got it. You really catch on quick, Mr. Edgeworth. Right now, the simulation is a recreation of that witness's testimony. So for now, I should re-examine everything. And if I find anything illogical or strange, I can then ask for clarification. Feel free to examine anything in the simulation in the way you always do. You even present evidence when you find a contradiction. And if you find something, I've got a little thief with me. So you just let me know, okay? Begin investigation. Statement. According to the testimony, the victim fell to the ground here. That's right, but if that's the case, then we've already found our first contradiction. Huh? What? Where? If this is the real scene of the crime, there's something missing that should be here. Which piece of evidence shows the missing item?
Take that!
This is the contradiction. Oh, well. Maybe it's the horse then. Think back, how did we deduce that other crime scene was not the real one? Oh, I get what's missing now. There's no blood on the ground here either, right? Right. The fact that there was no blood here casts down the witness's test. Oh, I was right. Oh, oops. It's so hard to figure out if I'm right or not. Okay. Think back, how did we deduce that? Okay. If this is the real scene of the crime, something specific should be here. If you think back, how do we deduce that the other crime scene was not the real one? Okay. Right. The fact that there was no blood here casts doubt on the witness's testimony. Edgy Poo, how can you doubt me like that? Are you calling me a liar? I know what I saw, and I saw the victim get shot down. You know, I don't think she's lying, Mr. Edgeworth. To be honest, I can't think of a reason why she would lie to me. In that case, maybe there's another explanation for the distant lack of blood. The penalties are tiny. Yeah. I feel like the hardest games to me were the original Ace Attorney. Definitely the original Ace Attorney trilogy was definitely the hardest. And then the Great Ace. The Great Ace had some hard parts. Looks like they broke the stage down. The stage was packed up. Is it not possible that the victim was wearing a costume? Do you really think that Mr. Deacon was one of the kidnappers? I think we can reasonably assume there was a very good chance that he was. And that if he was shot while he was inside one of the stolen costumes, then Mr. Deacon's blood would be inside the costume instead of the ground. Precisely. Now if we could prove that the victim was wearing a costume, I think it'd be pretty easy if we could find some footprints. But the problem is finding them, since there doesn't seem to be any around. Footprints, huh? I wonder how we can go about finding some of those. So you believe that this gadget will provide us with the proof we need? Yeah, of course. Pretty neat, huh? By inputting info like this, it can recreate the crime scene exactly as it was. Although, Little Thief was originally intended to be a training sim for heist. Training sim for thievery. I don't believe I can turn a deaf ear to that, Kay. But it's just for practice. Practice. It's not like I've actually stolen anything yet. Besides, we're in the middle of an investigation, so stop nitpicking. Even if it's just practice, I can't exactly endorse the act of stealing. Although, admittedly, this device is rather useful in an investigation. So how am I supposed to use this to aid my investigation? Oh, that's right. I guess I should explain how to use it, huh? Objects outlined in yellow are things that are not present in our time, but were in the past. Things outlined in a dotted line are things that exist now, but didn't in the past. I see. So you can examine, interact with replicated people and objects as you normally do. You can even present evidence when you find an inconsistency. Oh, and be sure to point out mistakes in the recreation with evidence, too. Very well. Let's continue with the investigation. If there's something you don't get about Little Thief, feel free to ask anytime, okay? I like Kay so far. She's cool. This is amazing. Just feel the power of silence. Emma, what the method you were talking about for finding footprints? Ah, finally, my expert knowledge of forensics is needed. Well, can you detect and trace even partial footprints? Leave it to me. My cutting-edge detection kit can find anything. Very well. If you could please analyze the footprints in this area. Okay, stand back and now witness the power of science at work. Whoa. Whoa. Hey, I found something. Look right there. I don't see anything. Oh, that's right. Here, put these special glasses on, Mr. Edgeworth. These footprints were definitely left by a badger costume. Judging by the way the prints are layered, those seem to be the newest. Then we can conclude the evidence was definitely wearing a costume at the time. Okay, in that case, I'll update Little Thief's simulation parameters. Can't wait to see what we find out from this new info. It's like Athena before Athena. Blech. So the victim was wearing a costume when he died. With that, we should be one step closer to the truth, right? I see the recreation has changed in the accordance with the new information. Maybe closer, but now something else has caught my attention. Bro literally fell. What do you want? Your testimony, naturally. I'd like to hear it one more time, if you please. What old bag witnessed? I came to the stadium to take a short break. So as a result of investing, I happened to glance over his own. It's the same thing. So, does this mean that old bag testimony has a contradiction in it? Yes, and I believe our best course of action is to compare it with your recreation. See, I just knew Little Thief would be of help. Now let's see if we can pull more info from Miss Oldbag to put in the recreation. For that, we must first find the contradiction in her testimony. Bad bot. Yo, bro.
Objection!
Shake your head, Miles. Two men. How'd you know the gender of the two people involved? Seeing as how the victim was wearing a costume at the time. Furthermore, I have another matter I'd like to inquire about. I'd very much like to know why you failed to mention the costume in your testimony. What? I'm begging to doubt if you really witnessed the murder at all. But I'm telling you, I really did see it. I saw it with my very own eyes. From a seat in the second tier. Second tier? Hey, didn't you say you saw it right in front of you earlier? That was, I was using the phrase in the metaphorical sense. I see our witness still has a screw loose in the metaphorical sense. The cushy seats of the second tier are reserved for hotshot VIPs. Which is exactly why I go there and now again to take a nap. I can't see how you could have gotten a good look from there. It's so high up. Were you able to see even the victim's costume from way up there? Well, I know I saw two people. I couldn't see what they looked like because they were in the stage's shadow. Okay. My eyesight isn't what it used to be, Not like when I was young. Okay. W weapon. Oh, let's turn to our investigation, shall we, Kay? Yo, she looks so pissed. You got it. If that woman's testimony is to be believed, the murder occurred before the stage was broken down. Do you want me to input that bit of info into the Little Thief? Yes, if you please. Okay. Boing. Bleh. Yeah, there it is. Cedro. Gaviners. Oh, here it is. Look at this. Battle of the Magicians. It's probably hard to see on stream. Battle of the Magicians. Max Galactica versus Troop Grimare. The Gaviners special concert. Battle of the Magicians. Max Galactica versus Troop Grimare. And tomorrow there will be a concert by the hip new rock band, the Gaviners. Not that either of these stage shows interest me in the least. They will, Miles. They will. This new silhouette of the victim is in a shot and is in a costume. Silhouettes can change depending on the information I input. A little thief can recreate more than... Okay. Same thing. There's clearly a contradiction here. Please stop stealing my lines. Oh, come on. It wasn't that hard to see it coming, even for a layman like me. I suppose in any case, it's not possible for the killer to have stood here in that way. Because there was a very real stage set up in this spot at the time. Yeesh. I told you I got it. Do you feel the need to explain everything? Yes, well, in any case, we still need to resolve this unusual situation. Isn't it obvious? The killer was on top of the stage, naturally. Right, Miss Oldbag? Yes, I remember now. The killer was standing on top of the stage. See? Now let me update the info in the simulation. Well, that doesn't make sense. It had to have been the other way around. Well, what have we here? A bunch of hooligans running amok, I see. Oh boy. I do love his theme though. Agent Lang, how nice of you to join us. Well, I can't have you going around messing up my crime scenes. Agent Lang, we've discovered that the real scene of the murder is here at the stadium. I see. Thanks. For what? I'm just trying to show you my appreciation for all the times you saved me. Who knew that such a strange little toy could recreate a crime scene like that? Little thief is not a toy. You two. Sir. You gonna steal it from her? Oh. And there you have it, you see? Big boys like me don't need silly toys, little girl. Oh. Now this is a recreation. So what? Do you still intend to assert that Officer Meekins is the killer? Of course. Even though the crime took place here doesn't let him off the hook. This is the real scene of the crime. Officer Meekins lay in wait for the victim on top of the stage. And when the victim finally showed, he shot him from on high. That's the truth your little recreation showed. How far will you go to accuse Officer Meekins of the crime? He's the most likely suspect we've got, especially given the situation with his gun. Well, even if he is the killer, at least my recreation was on the mark. You see? Thank you for understanding, my little crow girl. I'm not some common crow, I'm the Yatagarasu, the Raven of Legend. Unfortunately, your conclusion has yet to be tested, so let's see how well it holds up. Alright, I know what it is, but I want to press him.
Hold it!
Hold it! Looks like we found the real crime scene first. Huh, brag all you want, but we don't have all that free time unlike the two of you. You know what you remind me of? A dog, licking his wounds as he whimpers home. Well, I guess I should be thankful for all the time you saved me. Shishi. That's how we say thanks in my country. You're welcome? I hope he realizes we didn't do all that for him. But I'm here now, so I'll be taking over. As I was saying, this is where the crime scene took place.
Hold it!
Lying in wait. How did Officer Meekins even know that the victim was going to come here? Simple. He was investigating the kidnappers, right? And while he was doing so, he came to understand the victim, Mr. Deacon's movements.
Objection!
Huh. And why would the good officer want to ambush and kill a kidnapper?
Not so fast!
You mean his motive? Who knows? And who cares? You can find that out for yourself when you talk to him in jail. You have no respect for the order of law. Don't get me wrong, but I need more than there's no motive to convince me otherwise. He's right. The lack of a motive is a rather weak argument by itself. So the officer lay in wait on top of the stage.
Hold it!
So you agree with how our recreation turned out? Like I said, I'm grateful that you were able to save me some time. Alright, but we still don't know why he chose to wait on top of the stage. Who cares? Maybe he wanted to become the Blue Badger. Not so fast! I like that. I like the not so fast. Who's to say he didn't see the stage and decided to put on a Badger stage show of his own? Or maybe there's a completely different reason. What does it matter? It still doesn't change the fact that Officer Meekins stood up on that stage and shot the victim on the ground below.
Objection!
Shake your head, Miles. I'm terribly sorry, Agent Lang. I should have warned you that a recreation is incomplete. You cut in quite unexpectedly, after all. What's that supposed to mean? You said that the victim was shot by the killer from up above, correct? I hate to break it to you, but that's not possible. Huh? Why not? Recall Mr. Deacon's body, specifically where the gunshot wounds were located. Actually, I didn't get that good of a look. Oh? Well then. The bullet entered Mr. Deacon in his abdominal region and exited the right shoulder. There's a more consistent with an angle shot from beneath the victim. Then, yes, a recreation of the victim being shot at an angle from above. A clear contradiction. You're discounting your own conclusions? No, this one point is the only flaw. This was the mistake parameter in our recreation. Yes, the locations of the kill and the victim were wrong. Ah, I get it. I see what you're trying to say. I believe the killer and the victim were standing opposite to what we initially thought. It was the victim who was on top of the stage as he was being shot by the killer. Too bad none of my friends know the game. You gotta get them on it, bro. If this is what happened, and it also explains the positioning of the gunshot wounds. But then what about the footprints? Since footprints don't lie, we can assume that the killer also wore a costume. Okay, I'll try using that data instead. Motherfuckers just run around in costumes, bro. Why is there mad costumes? Judging by the fact that both the killer and the victim were wearing costumes, I'd say it was a killing between the two kidnappers. That would be the most natural conclusion. Wouldn't you agree, Agent Lang? Well done, Mr. Prosecutor. But that alone doesn't clear Officer Meekins of the crime. I ask that you take another good look at the tire marks over there. The 3 marks are indicative of the Blue Badger mobile. The story that Officer Meekins told that shop on wheels getting stolen was just a lie. He drove the Blue Badger mobile here and committed the murder. Then he used the car to move the body to the garage in the Wild West area. You believe he moved the body with the car? That's right. It was Officer Meekins himself who pointed us the way he did. He did it.
Hold it!
The tire marks? Yes, the tire marks. The one that are behind the stage. They were hidden up until now, but by the various pieces of stage equipment. As for when they were made, they must have been made after the rain had begun to fall, correct? Yes, and probably around the same time as when the killer's footprints were made. The tires on that Blue Badger mobile probably got pretty muddy because of that. I'd say it's the Blue Badger mobile because, well, that's pretty obvious too.
Hold it!
3 tire marks. I have to agree that the Blue Badger mobile has 3 tires. Of course, the only thing in this park that could make those tire marks is that roving shop, or the one right next to us.
Objection!
Are you forgetting that there are, in fact, 3 of them? You can't simply ignore the pink and the proto-Badger mobiles, Agent Lang.
Not so fast!
Of course, I didn't say it couldn't be either one of the other 2. But I see no reason to drag them into this just to complicate things.
Hold it!
Of course, you have some sort of proof that it was all a lie, correct? Of course not. That was blunt. But suppose it is a lie. It would explain a lot of things, like his movements and his whereabouts.
Hold it!
So you still claim that the tire marks belong to the Blue Badger mobile? It must have arrived at the scene after the ground had become wet with rain. Officer Meekins committed the murder.
Hold it!
Besides the blue Badgermobile, there are other ways that the body could have been moved.
Not so fast.
Not so fast! Recall what the Wild West area looked like. Only the blue Badgermobile and Mr. Deacon's body were in the garage. I'd say that's proof. I suppose if one were to look at that place, that would be the only logical conclusion. However, my experience tells me that the truth is usually not so easily found. Is there some sort of problem with Agent Lang's statement with regard to that scene? Looks like the only thing that car was selling was death, not dreams. Only if what Agent Lang believes turns out to be true. The 3-tread tire marks are very telling, however. Is the blue Badgermobile the only one capable of creating such a pattern? So there's no tracks on his way in.
Objection!
There it is. Look at Edgeworth, bruh. Sorry, Agent Lang, but that's an impossible tale. And why is that? Those tire marks could not have been left by Officer Meekin's blue Badgermobile. Oh shit! Oh shit! One look at the car would have told you so. What proves that the blue Badgermobile had never been to the stadium?
Take that!
Take a good look at the tires. There is not a single dollop of mud to be found on it. If this car had to come to the backstage area and left those tire tracks, then the lack of mud on these tires stands out as very peculiar indeed. Now, how do you explain the tire tracks, genius? Hey, I've got it. What about Miss Oldbag's pink Badgermobile? Don't be ridiculous. I was sleeping the entire time in the second-tier seats. Indeed, I believe we could rule her out as someone related to the crime. However, there is yet one more roving store, as I recall. Oh! That fucking badger is so scary. You mean the Proto Badger? That's right, there was one more parking space inside that garage. And it proved the existence of a Proto Badgermobile. Agent Lang, I suggest you find this Proto Badgermobile post-haste. There must still be some sort of incriminating evidence on it. Yeah, get out, dummy. Hey, did you hear something? Hell. Who the fuck are you? Help me. Oh, is that his son? Are you alright? Oh, this is something. Looks like we found our kidnapping victim. This must be Lance. Where were you all this time? Wild West with kidnappers. He was in the room next to the one I was held in. Ran away using underground and got lost. The kidnappers. What is it? I can't understand what you're trying to say. Kidnappers escaped wearing costumes. Did you see the faces of your kidnappers? No. I didn't see their faces. But one was a woman. A woman? Quite an important piece of testimony. Hey, what are you guys doing? Stop standing there and get your cops on this already. I don't even let you guys have what the kid said just now. Consider it a gift. Wow, they did that both at the same time. Now you are going to get out of my crime scene or I'm going to have to get rough. Or am I going to have to get rough? Ugh, again? You're nothing but a big bully. Yeah, you tell him, Emma. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, let's go. Oh, no, not you. You're a very important witness for my case. I'm not about to let you get away that easily. Don't count on me to testify because I won't. Not for you. That's right. I won't either. You hear me? You young whippersnapper. Hey, calm down. There's no need for all this hostility. I just want to take a statement from each of you. I'm not going to rough either of you up. I give you my word. Come now, fair maidens. What do you say? Will you cooperate? No. Fair maidens. Wow. Yeah, there goes your wow, old bag. Wow, old bag. That's crazy. You little rascal. You sure know how to wait. You sure know the way into a woman's heart. Lang Shi says, the passage of time is but a fleeting moment, and a lady is young forever. Trying to outdo my edgy poo with your fancy schmancy sayings? Let's get this over with, so we're clear. I'm only interested in giving you my statement. Sure, just as soon as Mr. Prosecutor leaves us be. Mr. Edgeworth. We're just gonna leave Lance there, bruh? That's it? He's gonna leave bro there? Bro's literally lying down, bro. Looks like we got the boot again. With Lance safe, the focus of the investigation will shift solely onto the murder. You mean the infighting between the kidnappers? Yes, and also the identity of the remaining kidnapper. Miles, my boy. Ernest. Tell me it's true. Tell me that you really found my boy. Yes, Mr. Romano, we found him earlier in the stadium. It must have been so horrible for him. Locked up like a... I don't do the dailies on that game anyway myself. Phoenix! Wait! Wait, look! Oh, shit! I didn't even notice! Phoenix, Maya, and Pearls. They say that couples who cross this bridge together will find happiness. Or so the Gateway Land pamphlet says. But you'd think they'd already be happy because they were able to come together. Logistics aside, I wonder who came up with the tale, and when. This bridge doesn't look old enough to be the stuff of legends. Well, some things are better left uninvestigated, don't you think? Ignorance is bliss. What the Phoenix do? I can't comment on it? Bro, what do you mean I can't comment on it? It's, yeah, bro, look at him. No way I can't comment on that, bro. No way. No way, bro. Yeah, this game sucks. Alright, let's talk to them. I think I've done everything. Miles, my boy, I can't thank you enough. It was nothing. I'm still in shock over what happened to Oliver. But I have to say I'm relieved that Lance is alright. Oh, that's right. I mustn't forget to pass this on to Lance as soon as the police are finished with him. My dear Lance Amato, may I come see you again? Your beloved Viola. Ah, the way Lance is being chased after by a woman reminds me of someone I know. I almost can't believe he received yet another love letter, you know. That looks like a threat. Here, take a look for yourself. Isn't this a breach of confidentiality? Tender Lender Loan Company. It's a loan company. It's a very simple love letter. Oh, hey, let me see. That's really weird. From a loan company, Tender Lender. Looks more like a collection bill to me. Tender Lender. Was that Don Tigre's store? Am I crazy? I think I'm crazy. Ah, seeing that badge reminds me of Manfred. Now he was one fine prosecutor, the best of the best. Yes, I can't disagree with you there. I sense that you don't really want to talk about him. How I feel about him, it's hard for me to be truthful about that with another person. Oh my god, they actually caught that, bro. Your hard countenance. I don't know what you're thinking or feeling. But mark my words, I think you are Manfred's true successor. I really do. He loves me not. He loves me not. Aw, that's the 12th one. No, you can't give up, Lauren. Just one more try. Excuse me, but can I help? I can't help but feel a bit sorry for all the flowers you've gone through. I suppose if they were me, then... Oh, boy. I believe you said that you are Lance's girlfriend when we first met, correct? Yes, I am, but... Oh, it's not like we both think of each other as lovers. Yo. But he did give me this ring, so I guess we're not just friends either. I mean, because this isn't just any ordinary ring. It's a ring pop. It tastes so sweet when you lick it. Ah, it's so wonderful. You mean to tell me that he gave you a lollipop ring? So which is it? Have you guys not decided if you're going out, or is it just one-sided? Decided? Shouldn't the parties evolve naturally just now? My father used to work for Mr. Amano. And so Lance and I grew up together. I said it out loud. I don't see how that's anything to be embarrassed about. So your father was an employee of the Amano group? What did he do? I heard his job was to fly around the world. On Pegasus. What? Pegasus? Oh, Pegasus was the name of the airplane. The airplane belonged to the company. You had me there for a second. But now it's all changed. My father, he isn't around anymore. Oh, I see. About 10 years ago, he rode in Pegasus off to somewhere and never returned. Riding Pegasus to whereabouts unknown. Sounds like the stuff legends are made of. It's been so long, I don't think I'd recognize him if I were to ever meet him again. I'm so sorry, Lauren. But I won't give in to the sadness. I have to live. Yes, Lauren, live. About this incident. Incident? But isn't the kidnapping already over and dealt with? I've been here the whole time, so I'm afraid I don't know much about any other incident. How'd you come to know that Lance had been kidnapped? Oh, that's because of my woman's intuition. You based everything on that? I know everything when it comes to my Lance. It's really strange. It really must be destiny. She's starting to fantasizing again. So what are you gonna do now, Mr. Edgeworth? We already established that there's a good chance that the killer is the other kidnapper. It's my duty to figure out who this other person is. I believe there is one location that might hold a clue or two. Kidnapper's hideout. Well, I mean, probably the kidnapper's hideout. The obvious location of the kidnapper's hideout. But we're still not allowed in, remember? Agent Lang and his men should be done with this area. In that case, there was no harm in asking that officer over there to let us in. Excuse me, officer. I would like to examine. What do you have to report? Sir, nothing unusual or out of the ordinary, sir. Where have I heard such redundancy before? Is it possible for you to let us take a look around inside? Sir! Roger, sir. That was surprisingly hassle-free. Are you certain? Didn't Agent Lang order you not to allow me in? Sir, that's true, sir, but Detective Gumshoe asked me personally to let you in, sir. I fucking love Gumshoe. And I couldn't refuse a request from him. Wow, looks like Detective Gumshoe has a following. Furthermore, I was asked to give you this document to you, sir. What is this? Whereabouts unknown after his escape from Pendant. Oh my god, bro. From Pendant Prison. Oh my god. Stole a gun from a guard during his escape. We thought he might head for where his wife and sole daughter are, but despite our surveillance, he has yet to show up. Is this Lauren's... What's Lauren's last name? Pops. I was gonna say, is that Lauren's father? But the name here says Colin Devore. That's the same name as the one on the back of the pendant. It appears that Colin Devore was his real name. What's this? He was convicted in a case 10 years ago and sent to prison. What? Then what was he doing here? Apparently he broke out of jail and then just vanished. He must have became Oliver Deacon to cover up the fact that he was an escaped felon. God damn it, bro. Now then, if you could please unlock the door, officer? It was locked up until a little while ago, but since then the door's been wide open, sir. I'm not sure I follow what it is you're saying. Care to explain in a bit more detail? Sir, the door was locked down tight when they went to check out the room. So they got about 10 officers to help out and break down the door, sir. I see. I guess that means I get Agent Lang's leftovers. Well, let's see what we find. So this is where the kidnappers planned their foul deed. Well, you were tied up for a while in the room next door. Kay, please, must you bring that up again? Now then, down to business. There might still be some clues left in this room. I'm trying to find out what we can of the other kidnapper's identity. Folding chairs, and by the look of it, they were probably used by the kidnappers. There are 3 chairs set around the table. Cheap styrofoam cups. Looks like only 3 cups were used. Beyond this door is where the kidnappers held you after getting the jump on you. As you keep reminding me. But it's the room where I got to see your awesome face. You didn't need to remind me of that mortifying moment either. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. That doorknob handle thingy is looking pretty beat up. I suppose that's what happens when 10 officers break their way in with brute force. Hey, that's odd. The lock on this is completely fine. Look, not a single dent. How is that possible after what the officers told us? Yeah, the lock had been in use when the door was busted down. The lock itself should be completely wrecked. So, the lock on the door leading to the outside is undamaged? How can that be? Looks like a sword. A broken sword. Strange. Why would it be broken like that? That's the thing Miles got hit over the head with. Swords don't usually break on their own. That's true. Alright then, let's think about it in this way. Maybe it broke when someone was trying to use it for or on something. Hypotheticals aren't going to get us anywhere. Perhaps we should think more on this later. The panel that hid the entrance to the underground is propped up and wide open. Be careful of where you step, Kay. I only fell in that other opening once, you know. Dubs. The common denominator between the cups and folding chairs is the number 3. Speaking of which, the number of missing costumes is also 3. Wait, but I thought there were only 2 kidnappers. Indeed. Something isn't adding up. Literally. Is it possible there's a 3rd kidnapper that Lance didn't see? God, I'm so smart. It's a bit strange that the police had to force their way into an unlocked room. One look at the pristine door lock and anyone can see that it was not in use at the time. But the policeman outside said that it took 10 men to get it open. A door that was locked tight despite it being not locked at all. It can only be because of this. Oh, you mean... Yes, it was used to jam the door. Here, take a look at the door handle. Do you see how the handle is completely destroyed? So that's how the sword broke. I thought that we might uncover the true identity of the kidnappers. But instead, we've only uncovered more questions that need to be answered. Ah, you motherfucker! Yo, get this stupid thing out of here, bruh. What is it? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, am I correct? What are you doing suddenly popping out of the secret entrance like that? This is an underground passage used by staff members, sir. We badgers also make use of it in our duties. Look, why don't you get out of there first and then we'll talk, okay? Ah, I beg your pardon, miss. No, not this whack-ass music. Proto Badger, get! Alright, only one more to go. What are you getting all excited about? Did you forget? The photo rally, duh. See, look, now all I have to do is get a picture of the bad badger and I'm done. Ah, yes, I vaguely recall a contest or something of that sort. Wait, but what? It's gone. But where'd it go? What happened? What's wrong? A bad badger costume is missing, sir. Oh, is that all? Well, it's missing because the kidnappers stole it. I heard about how they were stolen. But they said that only 3 of the costumes had been taken. What? Did you say that more than 3 of them are gone? Mr. Proto Badger, please tell me a little more about these costumes you used. What do you mean by a bad badger costume is missing? Why, just what I said, sir. We are one bad badger short. Counting the spares, we have 2 of each costumes on hand at all times. Okay, so because one of them is walking around the park, the others should be in that room. Actually, both of them should be in that room. No, excuse me. Huh? What do you mean? Normally, we don't use the bad badger costumes. In fact, we only use them during a certain event at a set time each day. The answer. Oh, it's the stage show where the bad badger wreaks havoc up around the park. And the other badgers must work together to apprehend him, sir. I'm speechless that such a show exists. Well, sir, I was just trying to explain to you the only time we use that costume. Then doesn't that make it near impossible to take a picture of the bad badger? Personally, I can't believe that it's this close to showtime and there's no costume. Oh dear, what am I to do, sir? All this basically means is that the kidnapper stole 4 costumes in total. Now, are you saying that there are 4 kidnappers? No, I don't think that's very likely. Oh? Recall the costumes for a minute. There's a lot of blue badgers running around, bruh. The stolen ones, you mean? What proof that a 4th kidnapper does not exist?
Take that!
If you have 4 people and you want to steal a 4th costume, wouldn't you naturally go for the full set and steal a pink badger costume instead? Yeah, that makes sense. And yet, the kidnappers decide to steal another Bad Badger. I believe the culprits needed 2 Bad Badger costumes, but the question is why? I was right. The second Bad Badger costume. I believe it may be closer at hand than we think. What do you mean? The costume in the trash. Wouldn't you say that it's wearing some very telltale pants? Hey, you're right! Let's get it out of there and take a look. As expected, it's Bad Badgers. It's a Bad Badger costume. Well, minus the head. I won't rest till I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. So this is the room next to the one we were held as prisoners in. You know, I took a peek in here through the door from the other room. As did I, Kay. Anyway, if this room is truly the kidnapper's hideout, then that means there should be some clues to their identities here, right? I don't know if there are any. However, the probability is quite high. I believe a thorough combing of this room is necessary. How'd you know my name? You're pretty famous, sir. I don't think that most people would know who you are. Famous? Me? Absolutely, sir. You're always very active in the community, I hear. I didn't know you were such a celebrity, Mr. Edgeworth. I feel like I've met this person before. Maybe it's just my imagination? God. Who are these people that we know that are wearing these goddamn costumes, bruh?
Eureka!
Really? That was it? I believe what we have here is an inconsistency. Between what? What? Look carefully. Our costume is not holding something in its right hand that it should be. Oh, the gun. Oh, I thought the gun was like a prop, not like part of the costume. Precisely. The Bad Badger was designed to always hold a gun in its right hand. Okay. However, you there? Did you remove the gun from this Bad Badger's right hand? We've never seen the whatever, Doug. You there? Did you remove the gun from this Bad Badger's right hand? No, I did not, sir. The gun is supposed to be securely attached to the costume. As I thought, the rip itself confirms my hypothesis that the gun was forcibly removed. Mr. Proto Badger, the gun is, of course, not a functioning weapon, correct? Absolutely not, sir. It's just a model gun. However, it can fire blanks. Man, what? We need to use them for the stage show. It seems that our kidnappers also had a need for the model gun. My dear costume friend. It was ripped from the Bad Badger's costume. It's capable of firing blanks. I think we're about done with this room. So what's next? Well, we found a few answers. But there are still a few things left we have to ask a certain person about. Let's go, okay? Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Gumshoe! You've got to hurry, sir. Come on. What is it, detective? They found a blue badger costume down in front of the main gate, sir. What? Isn't that what one of the kidnappers was wearing? Bingo. That's why you've got to come to the main gate with me right now. If we hurry, we still might be able to get there before Wolf Boy does. All right. Let's make haste to the main gate. Move it, move it. To be continued.